Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I'm Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I'm a lecturer in the university. I'm a migration expert. On this channel, I do a number of stuffs, but all the stuffs I do on this channel, migration is central. That's why the video you are viewing today is within migration. The title of the video, therefore, is Why African Countries Must Better Manage or Govern International Migration. That is Africa and migration governance. This is very important because the attitude of many African countries, shows that they don't really understand what is going on, or they are not sufficiently concerned, and they should be concerned about what is going on. With a high level of immigration, especially of skilled labor from the continent. A lot of countries, especially in sub-Saharan Africa, are experiencing what I can call exodus of skilled labor from their countries. And this is very intentional by some countries overseas, especially in developed countries, attracting skilled labor from Africa. And they have strong reasons for doing this. And they have reasons for doing this because they are battling aging or aged population. That is, such countries are top heavy. You're talking of European Union, United States of America, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia. A lot of them overseas, they are top heavy. They have aging population. They are suffering early retirement, high level of pension payment, high level of benefit being paid to retirees. Many of them are drawing benefit. Even those that are not yet old have entitlement mentality. They don't want to work. They just want to depend on handout. They want to depend on benefit. You have aging population, top-heavy population, and entitled younger population in those places. But they are essentially very top-heavy. And I will give you statistics later on. So what is going on is migration, as competition, war for skilled labor. I say it's war, metaphorically, war, because countries are positioning in developed countries to attract young, vibrant, highly skilled, educated labor from Africa. And African countries appear to be lackadaisical, lukewarm, paying lip service, to struggling to retain talent on the continent or to draw talent to the continent or to sufficiently appropriate migration benefits. And I think this is concerning. I'm worried about this. And this is why I'm dropping this content, that Africa needs to pay strategic attention to the high level of exodus of skilled labor from the continent. It's not just random. Unfortunately, migration cannot be stopped. It's human right. It's as old as human. People have freedom to emigrate or to migrate, but there must be conscious effort by countries to attract or retain skilled labor, and Africa has to do this. Because Africa has skilled pool of young, competent, skilled labor on the continent. This skilled pool, can talk to the youth bulge that you have. The over 50% of Africans are young people, and I'll give you statistics. These are skilled young people that are ambitious, hardworking, willing to work, compared to developed countries like Europe, United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, where they have old population, retired population, that are only drawing benefits rather than paying tax. Or even the younger ones are entitled to not pay. Yet they need people who should work to pay tax to service these old people drawing benefit. This is why they are attracting Africans who are so many, who are young, who are skilled. No, the developed countries don't want to attract refugees. No, they don't want to attract unskilled people. They don't want to attract people that will come and be drawing benefit for them. That's why if you look at some of the points, the migration system of these developed countries, they are based on points. The younger you are, the more points to attract. You get the educated you are, the more score you are given. So they want young people who are educated, who are skilled, whether in terms of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, health, people in teaching profession, people who are artisans, like carpenters, plumbers, truck drivers, a lot of people who they can draw to their countries to work and pay tax. It's not charity. Yes, you have these people in Africa because education is cheap in Africa, but very expensive in developed countries. Higher education and training, highly subsidized in Africa, but they are very expensive overseas. So you have this ready-made, educated, young population in Africa that people in developed countries want to attract for free. Yet, even though African countries have invested in these people, young people, they are easily attracted abroad. And there are channels that have been opened by these countries overseas. But African countries appear not to realize this. Look at the aged population or the aging population in these developed countries. Look at, for example, USA, 38.5 is the average age in the United States as of 2022. If you look at UK, 38.5 is the average age as of 2022. If you look at the EU, 44.5 as of 2023. Don't forget, say UK, 40.7 average age. These are very old people. EU, 44.5 as of 2023. Canada, 40.5 as of 2024. Australia, 37 years is the median of average age. Africa, look at Africa, conversely, 19.2. You see the difference? Some countries, so-called developed countries, are already having too many old people who are not able to work effectively, who are not able to pay tax effectively. But you have Africa where you have very young people. 19.2 is the average age. Look at Nigeria, for example, the most populous country in Africa. 16.9 is the average age. Look at that. These are young, educated people who are, you can say the Nigerian population is young, but that's the average. That means we have people around 17, 18, 19, 20s. A lot of them who are already educated, subsidized education, who are ready to work. And these are people that have been attracted overseas. Now, if you attract all the young, skilled people abroad who will stay behind in Africa to develop the continent, how would they achieve the sustainable development goal? My point is not, I don't have a problem with migration. I don't have a problem with skills moving. But Africa, just like Europe, America, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, are positioned to attract these skills abroad, to pay tax in their country and work to develop their countries. Africa should also realize this dynamics and prepare to also position to benefit from migration by effective governance. This is my point. My point is not that people should not move. My point is not that maybe developed countries should not attract skilled. Skilled is now dynamic, it's fluid. People can move wherever they want. Labor movement, labor migration is of right. But Africa should realize what is going on and also better position so they can benefit from the migration, contestations going on. They need to innovate strong, effective migration governance system, management system that will also enable them to benefit either by retaining talent on the continent or benefiting from those who have moved intentionally, whether in terms of remittances and use it very well, or return migration of skill. Look at the experience of China and India. These are countries that have been able to innovate strategies to govern migration for the benefit of their nation's development. So Africa's young, healthy, educated, hardworking population need to be better governed and managed, so that they are able to contribute meaningfully to development of the continent. Migration is not charity to Europe and America and the rest of them. Sick, uneducated, refugee Africans are not wanted. All they want is those ones that are skilled. But my intervention is about fair migration system in a way that no matter whether from the sending country or receiving countries, it should be fair so that the receiving countries and sending countries, countries of origin and countries of destination, it will be win-win for every continent and every country. And Africa needs to better position itself to benefit from this. So migration itself is not, because you have to know when people move abroad, they are contributing to that economy, especially when they are skilled labor. But when they leave a country, the pool from Africa, without anything to compensate for it, then Africa is losing. For example, look at it, when migrants move abroad, they contribute to the immigration system. For example, they pay exorbitant amount of money as visa fee from Africa, which these fees are not refundable. Even when they go there, they have to contribute to the strengthening of the immigration system, which they are benefited from, to be abroad. Sometimes they pay as much as £25,000 in UK for a family of 5, just to pay to continue to stay as their contribution. It's a huge amount of money. And they work and pay taxes. These are issues. All countries are opening new channels to attract skills from Africa. African young population, educated population, skilled population, young ones who are able to work longer duration to continue to benefit the receiving countries. So Africa needs to better understand what is going on and better position to benefit from this migration contestation. Otherwise, Africa will lose out. So my interest is to have a win-win migration system where even though Africans move abroad, it's not a problem. But African countries must realize this, what is going on, and also strategically position so that they are able to benefit from it, even as country of origin, in so many ways. So we need strong migration management and governance in Africa and across the world to have fair migration and a win-win situation for the migrants, for the sending countries, for receiving countries, for their kinship and social networks across the world. This is my agitation, calling attention to Africa to wake up and position to benefit from the current war for skilled labor. Thank you very much for viewing this video. Click subscribe to subscribe to this channel and share as widely as possible. Thank you and stay tuned.